In today's video, we'll learn how to update data in a database using Android. This is a follow-up of the video we have been working on. I've been working on CRUD operation, that is create, read, update, and delete. But we are just creating a notepad application that will help us understand all this, how to insert, how to update, how to delete, and how to view record in the database. That's what everything is all about. So as you can see what we have been working on. So if I click on any of these rows, so it gives me the details about the records. So like here in our title, just make changes to the title. Then of course the content or the note. Once I make changes, I click on this little check icon there. So you see that it changes the record that was there, and it updates the recycler. You see that it is now on top. So that's what we're going to see how to do in this video. So let's get right into it. We're going to make use of this add new note or add notes that we created before. So we already have that created. We're just going to make use of that the code there and edit it. So now we'll create a new activity. So give it a name, call it NoteDetail. So we'll click on finish on this one. So once you click on finish, it opens this code area like this. Okay, so we'll go back to the add nodes activities like this. Just copy it. Like I said, this is a follow-up to the code we have been working on, or the project we have been working on. So copy everything there, then come back to this new activity that we just created, which is activity note detail. So I remove everything that is there, then paste the one I just copied from add note from activity add note. Okay, so I just need to make very little changes here. So we'll come here, everything remains almost the same. Like this one, we have new notes, so this one should be edit note. Okay, so just change this one to edit note. That is the edit text. Then we'll come up here. So what should appear on the title bar? So instead, so it should be note details. So instead of add note as it was in the other one. Okay, so I think that's basically what we have here. So every other thing should remain the same. So close that out. Then so it looks like this. See that it's very, very identical apart from that note details that you have there. Okay, so go to that NoteDetail.java now. So here we'll create a few variables. So we'll say private text view title note, then private int note ID. So that note ID will now hold the ID that we'll be using for unique ID, which will be helping us to update a particular note or record. Then of course we'll create a variable called the DatabaseHandler. Okay, so we initialize these ones as we get along. Okay, so go to this area of the code. So here, what we'll do, we'll bring in the toolbar. All this we have done before in the previous ones. So if you have been following it, it actually will be easy for you. So that toolbar is coming from here. It's coming from this place here. Okay, that ID is what we are bringing in here. Okay, so then we'll set the support. We'll now say set support action bar. Then that toolbar. Then we'll now say if get support action bar, if it is not empty, that if it is not null, then what do we do? So what we now do is that we'll now say get support action bar dot set display home as up enabled true. Okay, so then now this is just about the toolbar. That is what is on top, where you have that back button and so on. So we'll now say toolbar does set navigation on click listener. Then we'll now put that callback. So we'll now say on back press. That is when you press the back arrow on your phone. Okay, or when you do a back gesture on your phone. Okay, so that's what we have here. Then so that's what we have here. So that title is coming from that place. Okay, so then of course that of the notes is coming from that place too. Okay, so we have the title, of course, we have the note. Then we initialize the database handler that we created the variable up there, which is equal to new database handler. This is actually an object. Then after that, then we'll now say note ID that we also created then up there. So we initialize it to equal to get intent dot get int extra then ID -1 or -1. Now this is actually going to be receiving what is coming from the recycler. So if the node ID is not -1, then we'll create a cursor which we'll initialize it to database handler dot get node by ID. So we are going to create that node by ID function or method later. Then if cursor is not none, that is if it's not empty and the cursor dot move to first, then we'll now update the screen. That it will bring whatever is coming from the recycler into the form, okay, into the form of detail note or note detail. So which means that on the screen, when you click on any of the recyclers, any of the items on the recycler or any of the rows on the recycler, so what happens is that the page that will open will also have the item that or the data that we have on the recycler, basically. All right, so we'll create a function here called update note. So within that function, we'll now say string, create a variable called updated title, then to get the whatever information on that in that variable. Then so which means that whatever is in the text fields basically should now be in the updated title and updated note. Then if there's the updated title and updated note, so if they are empty, then it should display a toast notification. That is, for example, you want to now update. When you get to that note detail, for example, you want to delete whatever is inside, and you click on update that icon or save icon. It's going to tell you that they can't be empty, basically. All right. So then it doesn't continue with the process. We'll say return, which means that it will not continue the implementation or it will not continue running. Then we'll now say boolean is updated equals database handler dot update note. Then we'll bring in the node ID, the updated title and updated notes. So if that is true, that is if it's updated, then what do we do? That if all that you have done, the update is correct, update is done, then you should display that update has been done successfully or note updated successfully in the toast notification. Then finish function here or method here means that it disappears that page or that screen. Okay, then of course you must make sure you take it back, because disappearing it doesn't make it to refresh the recycler. Okay, so for you to refresh the recycler, you need to say intent equals new intent, then note detail dot this, then main activity dot class. So this one make it to return to more or less refresh or reload that page or that screen. Okay, then you now say start activity, then intent. Then otherwise we say note could not be updated. Okay, so that's what we have. I'll make it stay in a notification. And now say fail to update note. Okay, so update note function will create it as we move ahead. Okay, then once you have done that, we also need to work on the menu. So I just need to copy this from the previous work because that is virtually almost the same thing. So we come to this add note. So highlight from here. So highlight it. Just look at the area I'm highlighting from. If you have not typed it already, you can just pause it and type it. So highlight this area. Of course, if you have done this one before, just go and copy it from your own. Then copy it. Then you come to so look at the area I highlighted and copied. Then come back here. So I just use to replace this public boolean so to reduce the time I'm spending on this video. Then you can see that it shows some errors. Of course, yes, because I've not included, since I didn't type it, so this the importation will not be done immediately, or as since I'm not typing it, so I pasted it. So we just put your mouse on it and just click on insert, and just click on import, so it will import all the requisite libraries. Okay, so that is done. So this is the area that I brought in. So like I said, you can quickly just type it, pause and type it. All right, so the home and save will be working, so that if you click on back and everything will still be working normal. So the action save is close that out. So the action save is what you have here. That is the arrow.id.action. Okay, so that does it here so far. So the next thing we want to look at now is so we'll create this function or this method update note. We'll create it in database handler page or file. Okay, once you open that file now, you come to this area. We are first going to create the get node by id function or method. Okay, so all right, so now the public also node by id, create a variable, initialize it to get readable database, then we'll return a select statement from that. All right, then the next we need to do here, we'll create a method called update notes, which we have used there, but of course we are creating it here. Then we'll create a variable that would we'll create a variable then that will help us get writable database. They will not create the update statement, or will not write the update statement underneath that. Okay, so once you write the update statement will be in an SQL variable. So that's a string SQL update, then table name. Then of course, if you are following it, you know what the table name is. Then set title equals this placeholder question mark. Then note equals question mark. Then date equals current timestamp. Then where the user ID or where ID will be dynamic, that will be based on what you selected, basically. All right. So we also need to update the note, the date the note was or is updated, so that this one will make it take it to the top. So we display the record in the recycler from the database to appear in certain order. So the newest one will come first. Okay, so that's what that means. All right, so we'll just bind the string, then bind the two strings, then of course we'll bind long. We are using long for that in line 77 because ID is declared as int in line 71. All right, then we return the statement and execute update and to delete. We execute update. That will be return statement dot execute update delete. All right, so this is what we have so far. Make sure you use set. Put a space between that set and that. Put a space between set and that quote. Otherwise, it will flag an error. So once we have done that, so the next thing we need to do is to go to recycler. So add this aspect of this code because time is running out. So this aspect, look at this place. You add this aspect of the code. This one will make it take whatever it is you touch. That this area that is selected will make it pick all that you touch and take it to the next page, basically. Okay, so this is what we have here. Okay, then up to this. So you type that. If you want the code, let me know. I can send you the code. All right, so here you type all this. Okay, so it will be within the public void unbind unbind view holder. Okay, so this highlighted part is what you type. Basically, yeah, that's what you type. So that will make it so, like I said, whenever I click on any of the items on the recycler, like all this one, any of this one, whenever I click on them, what happens is that it will take the information underneath the ID and the note and the title to the next page. But there's an error here on when I tried to run it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Look at the error. So the error, there was a typo somewhere. No, I had an issue somewhere. That was test view the find view by ID. Sorry about that. So here is the issue. The issue is where is it? Okay, so here is the issue. So it's supposed to be, oh dear, it's supposed to be title equals find view by ID, not dot find view. Okay, not dot find view by ID. All right, so just correct that. Sorry about that. All right, so then now that we have done that, so we need to rerun it. So let's run it again. So if you run it now, let me make this one a little bit bigger. So if you run it now, let me make it to have it be in its own window. So run it now, then click on any of the items here. So if you click on it, so what happens is that it's going to open the next page. Okay, so see that now it shows me this one. So if I this new page or this note details page, so if I make editing any update and click on this little check mark, so that it is updated and it will take it straight to the top. So if I click create a new record or a new note and click on that little icon there to save it, you also saves it and take it to the top, as you can see here. All right, so basically that is how it is. So subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, like the video and share it. Thank you for watching.